President Heber J. Grant said the following in the 1936 dedication of the Pioneer Monument at Winter Quarters. Quote, "It has been referred to as the tragedy at Winter Quarters, but there was no tragedy here, for tragedy spells defeat and disaster. This was a victory of Winter Quarters, for here was faith, hope, charity raised to their loftiest pinnacles, while greed and selfishness were brought low. There are times and places in the life of every nation when great spiritual heights are obtained, when courage becomes a living thing, and when faith in God stands as the granite mountain wall, firm and immovable. While hardships, wants, hunger, sickness, and sorrow beats down to crush, Winter Quarters was such a time and place for the Mormon people. The pioneers' arrival to the Salt Lake Valley is a very well-known fact in our church's history. There are some lesser-known but significant events that happened on the way to the valley. Winter Quarters was to be a temporary resting place as the saints made their way west, and here new patterns of worship developed. Charitable service was initiated. The 500-man Mormon battalion was created, and revelations were received. Initiated at Winter Quarters also was the call of the local bishops to preside over small numbers of the church, in order to take care of the poor and the needy in their midst, as well as to collect fast offerings and tithing and distribute them to those who were in need. Smaller worship services were held every Sunday under the direction of the bishop, so that the meetings are what we would know as our present-day sacrament meeting. We have chosen to portray one such meeting as it might have occurred in 1847.
Welcome all of you to Sunday meeting today. Happy to be here. Thanks be to God for this fine weather that we're having now. It's better than it was in the spring. We have a little bit of business to take care of today. Those of you that are heading west, let us remember to be charitable with our things that we're leaving behind. The people that are coming from the east have traveled far to be with us. Also, Sister Blake and her children are sick, and they're needing their garden to be planted. Brother Blake has joined the Mormon Battalion, and he will be serving with them, helping the U.S. government out. At this time, we have 2 new families in our ward, and they'll need our service in putting up some new shelters. Please see me after the meeting if you can help. Now, brother and sister Harris had a fortnight ago a baby boy, and we would like to give it a name and a blessing. Brethren of the priesthood, would you please come forward?
brothers and sisters, if the saints of yesteryear would recognize the sacrament meeting in today's time, with all of its glory and splendor, and dare I say, mayhem.
Thank you for the Aaronic priesthood and giving us that, helping us administer to the sacrament and passing it. And at this time, we will hear Sister. At this time, Elder John Brown, brothers and sisters. At this time, I'm happy to announce we have a young man. He's going to be going, Elder John Brown is going to be called to the Salt Lake City, Utah mission. Come on, Elder Brown. I'm so proud of you.
I'm grateful to you, brothers and sisters of this work, to many of my family. Come, please. My decision. Who have come to support me in my decision. I have longed for this day. They can't wait to serve the people of Salt Lake City and the Lord. I only hope I can speak the language. I have come to know the gospel is for myself. I would like to share that truth with the people of Salt Lake City. I pray that I can be the missionary the Lord needs me to be. That we may all be like He says in Ephesians 2:19. That we may all be no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and household of God.